We've got hot baseball content for you. Game 4, World Series. Minnesota Twins and the Fly Tongues. Fly Tongues lead this series 2-1. So we'll see what happens here in Game 4. Jose Barrios on the mound for the Twins. Quick Nickerson is on the mound for the Fly Tongues. And before we get started, we're going to take a look at the playoff leaderboards. You can see Cesar Bland below there with a .412 average, 3 homers. We're going to see him a lot on these. Take a look at, we're not going to see the Twins on many of these batting stats. Cesar Bland, 3 home runs leading the board. Cesar Bland's got a .706 slugging, a north of 1,000 for his OPS. And again, this is Cesar Bland for the Fly Tongues. So the Twins really need to pick up their batting, as we've seen in earlier games. Cesar Bland, 21 hits. Cesar Bland, 9 extra base hits. Stop me if you've heard this one. Kepler's up there, but he trails. Guess who? Cesar Bland. Taking a look at some more hitting stats. 8 stolen bases for Buxton. That's good. No Fly Tongues are up there. And we've got Kepler with 8 runs scored. But again, hey, look at that. Cesar Bland with 9. So we really got to watch him this game, and the Twins just cannot control him. One thing the Twins have been controlling, though, is the pitching game. Jose Barrios, who goes today, is a .39 ERA. .103 batting average. They cannot get a hit against him. 21 strikeouts. So the Twins need Barrios on the mound today to continue that, to get a pivotal Game 4 win. Barrios here, 0 walks per 9, 21 strikeouts in the playoffs. They need him to show up today. So let's see if he does. Twins, Fly Tongues, here we go. Game 4. Fly Tongues again up 2-1 in this series. This is a huge Game 4 for the Twins, and they're doing it away. They are in the Fly Tongues home turf. So let's see. Due up for the Twins, Marwin Gonzalez. Josh Donaldson batting second today. An odd position for him. Rosario will be batting third. He was 4 for 4 in Game 3. So you got to have him batting in the first. We go top 1 with Rosario up to bat. Speaking of Eddie Rosario. And Eddie Rosario takes one looking to end the top of the inning. Here we go, bottom 1. Donaldson makes a terrific snag at third and gets him out by a step. Barrios has a perfect inning, and look at Donaldson again with a diving snap to his left, proving, even though he's not batting well, proving that he's still worth being in the lineup because of his solid defense. We're bottom 2 now, 1 out. And look who's up to bat here, Cesar Bland. We talked about him earlier. And he's going to take a couple of foul balls here against Jose Barrios. 2 strikes, 1 out. Bland swinging through that. What a hack. Now we're 2 outs, bottom 2. We've got Gerrymander Gruber up, the catcher. 2-2 is the count to her. Barrios is on fire. 14 pitches through 2 innings. And ump, she's at the register. She needs a receipt. It's time to ring her up. Strike 3 looking on a 96-mile-an-hour fastball up and inside. She sits down, does not look good there. Donaldson is up now. He's got a .222 average. Again, like I mentioned earlier, not hitting well in these playoffs, but that's a good hit. Up the middle, but Stewart is there. What a dive from the shortstop for the Fly Tongues. Donaldson out. Bottom 4, no outs. And at the first pitch of the at-bat, we've got a runner on first, right up the middle. So Barrios, he's got traffic on the bases now. He's got to watch out. Quash Walter, first pitch of the at-bat. And it's going to get by Kepler, roll all the way to the wall. And they are going to send the runner. A double scores a run. It's now 1-0 Fly Tongues. Now here's Rock Trampelson. Still no outs and a 1-2 count. And he's going to foul off a couple of pitches here. Barrios needs to get it together. Change up outside. It's going to float a bit out, and somehow he makes contact. They're going to send the runner. Buxton with a perfect throw from center field, and he gets him. A bullet from Byron Buxton. And now we've got Enzo Hornblower. And the traffic does not stop there. He gets a knock up the middle. Runners on first and second. And here comes the guy that Barrios doesn't want to see right now, Cesar Bland. 3 home runs in this postseason. 13 ribbies. Can he get something going here? We're going to watch the at-bat. 1 out, and now a 1-0 count. Barrios goes outside, gets him swinging. Fastball low and away. A pivotal strike 2 there. Now the pitchers count. And my God, I think Barrios has him on speed dial because he's got his number memorized. Another strikeout. Barrios to get out of the inning, a curveball up top, and he gets another strikeout. And so what could have been a bad inning for the Twins and Jose Barrios He gets out, only 1 run scored. So the Fly Tongues lose an opportunity there. Max Kepler up to bat, and he smokes a line drive just out of the infield. So Kepler's on first with no outs. That was a great at-bat for Max Kepler. Now, he's going to steal a base. No throw, and he's on second with Miguel Sano up, a 2-1 count. Sano moves the runner but cannot get on base. 1 out. Mitch Garver up to bat. Takes a hack at strike 1. Quick Nickerson is looking good on the mound. They're sending the runner, and I don't know why, and the Twins have made some base running mistakes this postseason. It's not looking good for them on the bases. Byron Buxton up. He had that great throw last inning, but he's going to pop out with 2 outs. Twins can't capitalize on having some runners on. It's 1-0 Fly Tongues. Bottom 5. That ball gets by Barrios, and it's going to be close, but they get him by a step. And now Quick Nickerson's up, the pitcher, with 2 outs and 2 strikes. We've seen good hitting from the pitcher so far. Barrios goes upstairs and gets him hacking. So there's a strikeout to end that inning. Top 6, smoked. That's Jorge Polanco. That was a pinch hit appearance for him. He did not start in the lineup. Now here's Jose Barrios, the pitcher. We're going to watch the strike zone. Slider goes away. Quick Nickerson has been getting some very good light, weak contact this game. And that's an example right there. Here's Marwin Gonzalez. He's playing second today. And again, we'll watch the strike zone. That was a close ball 1, and I don't know if that was correct. It's now a 1-2 count. And Gonzalez goes right up the middle. Great at bat. The Twins needed that top 6. 2 out hitting by Marwin Gonzalez. And now Josh Donaldson is up over 2 tonight. Batting .211 in the playoffs, so they really need to see him step up here. He takes a good ball away on a 96-mile-an-hour fastball from Quick Nickerson. There's a curveball way out of the zone, and Donaldson swings at it and pops it straight back to the catcher, and that's the end of the inning. Donaldson, tell you what, he better ask the Mendoza line out for a date because he's flirting with it. Shortstop is now occupied by Jorge Polanco. And here is a curveball that misses and goes all the way to the wall, just out of the reach of Eddie Rosario. This is the same part of the lineup that crushed Barrios earlier in the game, so he's not doing well against the top of the lineup. Here's a pop-out, though. Should be good enough. Donaldson tracks it down, so there's 1 out in the inning. Runner on second. She's going to be on third. Raylene French snags a base. Mitch Garver can't quite get her. And here is a pitch low, and it's going to go to the track. It's going to be caught by Byron Buxton, and it's so far to center field that the runner gets in easy. So a sac fly there, and now it's 2-0 Fly Tongues. We're going to watch the strike zone here as Rosario takes ball 2. Ball 3 in the same place. He's not even going to move an inch. Doesn't have to swing the bat. Still gets paid the same amount. He's on first, and now he's going to be on second. A close throw, but Rosario in safe. And the Twins are stealing bases well, albeit they're not running well, if that makes any sense. Kepler takes strike 2. And he's going to smoke this one down the third base line, but it's caught. That was close. Could have been a double play. Governance. Anger is her name. Catching hot line drives is her game. I admit I could have thought of a better line there. Miguel Sano shoots one up the middle. And he is not known for his running skills, so he's out, but the runner's on third. Now Mitch Garver. Mitch Garver on a 1-2 count grounds out. Garver's having a terrible series at the plate. Doing well behind the plate, but at the plate not doing well. Top 8. Byron Buxton on a 1-0 count. He smokes this. Is it gone? Is it going? No, it's not. Off the wall to center field, but he's in easy with a double. Fastest guy out there. And now, with no outs, Jorge Polanco is up. He didn't start today, but he came in later. He didn't start because he's batting 182. Close check there on ball 3, and now a full count. And he unleashes on this. And it's going to be going, and it's going to be gone. A 2-run home run for Jorge Polanco. Finally stepping up at the plate, playing like he should, 444 feet to dead center. It's his first home run and third ribby in the playoffs. And the Twins are now tied up in top of the 8th inning. Marwin Gonzalez is up with 1 out. And an inside-out swing is going to dump the ball in front of the left fielder, and he's on first on an 0-2 count. Josh Donaldson's up. Pressure's on. And He swings at the same pitch he swung at last time and pops it straight back, and his mojo goes down there, and no kidding, his mojo goes down. Eddie Rosario's up, and he's going to shoot it to the left side, and that's the end of the 8th for the Twins, where bottom 8 and Tyler Duffy is in. He faces off against Grin Loins, the closer for the Fly Tongues, and that was close, gets him by a step. Raylene French is up. She's had a monster game. What can she do against Duffy? Answer, nothing. That's a pop out to Jorge Polanco, and that's the end of the 8th. So now we're going to the top of the 9th. It's an identical box score here. 2 runs, 5 hits for each team. Miguel Sano is in. He's got an 0-2 count, and he shoots it to the right side just out of the diving reach there of the first baseman. He's on with 1 out. So Sano finally gets a hit. Mitch Garver's had a terrible game, terrible series at the plate. Takes 3 balls in a row, takes a strike, takes ball 4. And there Mitch Garver goes. He's finally on base. 1 out, 2 on. Byron Buxton's up. Buxton's going to dribble this to the shortstop. But he's fast enough that he's on first, so now we've got 2 outs, 2 on. And Jorge Polanco unleashes here. And it's going to go to deep center, but not deep enough. And he's out, and that's out number 3. We're going to go bottom 9. Tyler Duffy's on the mound. Quash Walters up to bat. And he looks stupid there, swinging through a slider. Now Duffy's got Rock Trampleson up. These are the guys that got hits earlier against Barrios. But they don't have Duffy figured out yet, and he's got out number 2. Enzo Hornblower, 2 outs, and another soft pop-up. Tyler Duffy has a great inning, and we're going to go extra. Once again, the series has gone extra several times. Now here's Duffy, and they're going to look to replace him. Arise is the only player on the bench, and they're not going to put him in. They're going to let Duffy hit, and it pays off. Tyler Duffy, first pitch of the at-bat, smokes one to center field, and you love to see that. You love to see it. And now Marwin Gonzalez is up, and he lets loose. Tyler Duffy's on, and that's out. They let Duffy hit. They could have replaced him. They didn't. And then Gonzo comes up there and smokes a home run. And the Twins finally have some good luck coming their way. Now Eddie Rosario is up, and he smokes this too. The Twins are hitting it all over. But that's an out. That could have been a insurance run for the Twins. But Max Kepler, look out. Same pitch, same hit, but a little bit further, and that's a home run for Max Kepler. And the Twins are up 5-2, 423 to center field. That's his 4th home run of the World Series. Now Taylor Rogers is in. Bottom 10, the Twins need to close it out. A short dribbler up the middle, that's going to be close. And he's safe, so now a runner is on. And it's a fast runner at that. And here's a little shot up the right side. They can't get the runner at second. They get the runner at first. 1 out. Governance Anger, the third baseman, is up. And she's going to sit there and stare at strike 3. And here's Taylor Rogers with 2 outs. First pitch of the at-bat. Grounded to short. Easy play. Twins win. And an amazing comeback by the Twins. With a couple of home runs. One by Jorge Polanco. One by Marwin Gonzalez. And then another by Max Kepler to seal the deal. 5-2 win for the Minnesota Twins. They needed that win, and they win it in an away jersey. 9 hits, 5 runs against the 6 hits and 2 runs of the Fly Tongues. It's knotted up. It's 2-2 in the series. And that guarantees we're going to go back to Minnesota for a game. Taking a look at the box score, 7 strikeouts for the Fly Tongues. Despite having some great hits against Barrios, they still struck out a lot, especially the later part of the lineup. Look at Cesar Bland, 1 for 4, but 2 strikeouts. They controlled him this game, and they needed to, although his average is still at 400. 2 walks for the Twins and only 1 strikeout. They needed that. Jose Barrios continues his fire streak in the playoffs. He's got a .9 ERA. Tyler Duffy, though, gets the win. Taylor Rogers gets the save. Quick Nickerson for the Fly Tongues went 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk and a strikeout, and that 1 home run given up to Jorge Polanco. Now we look at the Cards. Gonzalez, 3 for 5, homer, 2 ribbies. Barrios, 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned, and 5 Ks. Polanco, 1 for 3 with that crucial home run that tied the game. Those 2 ribbies and a run scored. Taking a quick look at Game 5, Michael Pineda on the mound for the Twins, Smash Vadamakia on the mound for the Fly Tongues. Both of them have some wins this postseason, but Michael Pineda with a 1.3 ERA looks a heck of a lot better. However, look at those notable players for the Fly Tongues. All of them are juiced. They all had great games today, but they could not win. So the Flag Tongues go down 5-2. Let's take a look at the bracket before we leave. It's tied up. It's 2-2. The Twins with that huge win. And we'll see you next time for Game 5 of this exciting and close World Series. This has been a Good at the Game recap, a Burgess Lovecast production. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time for Game 5. Mitch Garver up to bat, and wait, what's that? Why is he running? What's happening? Why did he do that? Why did he run? What?